Hi everybody, I'm back with another video, and this video is a review of the movie I saw. I wasn't even trying to see this movie. I was trying to see the movie Us, but I know you gotta buy the movie for $19.99 on Netflix when you already buying Netflix. So I clicked on another movie. I clicked on another movie. But apparently the movie I was trying to watch, what movie was I trying to watch? I forgot what I was trying to watch. But anyway, I end up watching Black Mirror, Striking Vipers. So it's on, I'm like, okay, what kind of movie is this? It wasn't what I was looking for, but anyway, so I kept watching it. Especially on it. The first part of it was the club scene where I forgot the other guy, and I forgot the married guy name, but the guy meets this girl. He sits at a bar. He meets this girl sitting at a bar, and he doing a little corny, try to get a girl thing, whatever. And he offered to buy her a drink and all that. So, but anyway, they end up going back to his apartment, and and doing the romper room. And he had a friend there. He had a guy named Carr. I remember his name. Hard to forget his name. But so Carr had a girl there. So when those two together, he come up, they laughing and this we best friends thing and I'll meet you back at the place and all of that. And she thought it was just a come on, like a little joke or something. Yeah, this friend thing, I'm gonna find out they were friends. So after they did whatever thing they got the next morning, he's downstairs and they're playing game. He said he gotta go to work. So they like the back and forth, well, F work, this and that. They sit down and play the games together. So they were playing fighting games, the games that the millennials grew up on playing, those fighting games. When they sitting there playing those games, making all noise, whatever, she wakes up, she comes out, and she say, something like they woke her up. So his friend was like, oh, yeah, jumping on top of him. Oh, he hit it to this, and that. But before that, he had a joint or something, and he offered her joint. She took the joint and went back to bed and whatever. And he just carrying on, oh, you know how guys do. Oh, he hit it, this, and that. Just carrying on that crazy. I never did a guy that act like that because if you look like you act like that, I wasn't talking to you. Because I'm the kind of person, I just don't like it. But anyway, they're playing the game. Then, after all of that, 11 years later, I figured she had a baby. So 11 years later, she has a little boy named Tyler. They have a little boy named Tyler. They're married, whatever. He looked like he wasn't kind of into her after 11 years. Even though he was into her, he touched her, he kissed her, hit her, but all these other things that men do to women when they love them and first get married or whatever, he was still doing those things 11 years later. Well, there was at a birthday party for him. Well, Carr, the guy, he had the dreads back then. He had all that long dread hair 11 years ago. Now he's clean cutting whatever. They hadn't seen each other in a year since his last birthday party. Well, he comes up and he gives him a new game called Striking Viper. I never heard of that game. And then he said, well, you have to have oculars to play the game. I'm like, Oculus, I'm thinking it's a big old thing you put on your eye that Zuckerberg got, he bought into. But no, it's a little tin little round button you stick to the side of your head. I'm like, never seen anything like that. So the Octilon got small. So I'm watching, I'm like, okay, how do you play this game? So they both put the Octilon on their head, and it's like they pass out with their eyes wide open, look like dead zombies. Just laying on the chair, looking like dead zombies. And it take them all the way into the game where they are literally in the game and they are fighting each other. The thing is, Carl made himself a blonde white girl. She was more than white. She was pale white with brown hair. And the other guy, I can't remember his name. I just never got his name for some reason. But he got him an Asian guy. I don't know, he might be another race, but he look Asian to me. And if he ain't, well, sorry. So, during the game, he is fighting the girl. So, he's fighting Carl. Carl avatar is a blonde, pale white girl. The other guy, he is an Asian guy. So now, so they're fighting whatever. Carl, the girl, he just brutally just killing him. They just fighting. So there's this crazy kung fu fighting. After Carl beat the guy down, so he's sitting on top of him, the little girl sitting on top of him. And she kissed him. I'm like, okay. And then they jump apart. Oh, this and that. I look at that thing. I'm like, okay. What kind of game is this? So he said he want to get out of this game. I don't like this game. He just say, exit game. Carl say, exit game. So the other guy, he said he played it in the store, so he know how the game worked. I have to wonder if this guy played this game in the store just one time. Carl, it came and just played it with him. If you look at it, you'll see that he was fully aware of the game. And I guess you can go in a store and learn a game just that quickly, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess if you go in the store and stay in there for hours and play the game, I guess you could do that. But anyway, he didn't like it, so he exit going out. So he finally to exit and left out the game. Then they came back together. Now they all feeling all awkward, weird, and crazy. And then before they jump out again, he said, I guess we are gay. And he'll like, I guess Carl was like, no, we're not gay. It's okay. So they left the game. They come at the game again. They had a conversation or whatever. You know, the awkwardness of it. Then when they come back and play again, they didn't fight at all. They just went in and just had crazy mad sex. And you're looking at the game, it's an Asian guy, white Asian guy, and a pale white blonde haired girl. They're having sex. That looks natural when you're looking at the game. But the two guys, they got this little ocular thing stick to their head, and they're laying there, having a full body experience, even though in the game itself, it's completely different people. So they do it a couple of times, you know, Carl seems to be really into it. But then again, I kind of sense that about Carl from the beginning, you know. But the other guy, he's just kind of quiet or whatever about it. But apparently he had it somewhere in him because he kept going back, especially after he realized what the game was and what it was about and what Carl wanted, even though he denied it or whatever. So it after a few times of that, it was their anniversary now. His wife trying to get pregnant. He's too tired to have relations with her. Now they was planning a baby, doing the counting, ovulation thing and all of that. All of a sudden he's too tired. She after weeks, she questions him about it. No, he ain't seen nobody. Oh no, this and that. So the year's anniversary, and she's sitting down eating. But the thing with Carl now, Carl's sitting down eating. Well, before that, Carl had relations with his girl. He'd get on the girl. He just couldn't do it no more. He just get off and whatever. I'm like, okay. The girl's like, okay, well, do you mind if I do something? The girl gets her phone. I guess they got an app. I guess they got a game for women to get an orgasm after her man just decide that he does not want to have anything. He just don't want to be with her because he want to be eating that game with the other guy. Carl just does not want his girl. Is basically what that was. But there was a guy, he loved this girl. They already got a son, Tyler. So after she sit down and had a talk with him and she was upset and whatever, he really couldn't explain himself, but women know when men are cheating. But he's like, no, I'm not cheating, this and that. But y'all, even though it's a game, it's still cheating because you're too exhausted to have relations with the girl. You're just too tired because you're having a full body experience through the game with another guy. So she feeling all hurt and whatever. So he comforted Carl. He went to Carl and tell Carl, it's just not fair to his wife. Her name almost came to my mind. He says it's not fair to her. I think her name Gina or something. He said it's not fair to her. So he cut her. He wasn't going to do the game no more. So after he wasn't going to do the game no more, he wasn't too tired. After all of that, 7 months later, I said, I bet she's pregnant. 7 months later, she's pregnant. Oh no, she's pregnant. And everything's all good with them and whatever. So she hadn't seen, so they, like she said, they weren't talking whatever. So I guess she know that they weren't friends no more because he always go months and years without seeing each other. And now I understand why. He stay away from each other at least. The other guy stays away from Carl, and Carl comes around. Well, she invites him to dinner because they were friends and they had seen each other. So she invites them and then they're sitting down there. I think she kind of sensed something. So they're kind of sitting at the table where they're eating. Carl just all into it. He's talking about, he's talking about it's not really cheating. How can you say it's not really cheating? Okay, what happened? I don't know what, okay. I know the picture is gone. Where's my little picture? There you go. Okay. There you go. It's back. So they're having a little conversation, about whatever. He talking out, all of that stuff right there. Trying to say, well, it's not really cheating, it's this and that. Then it's cheating. We look at it as cheating. Just because your physical body is not clamping together, but you're sitting there having I took some notes on it. You're sitting there having what do you call it? Look, I gave it a name. I called it, well, probably the last, no, that's the last part. Need to get to the first part, okay. Well, I thought it was movie Us, but it wasn't. I got confused. Cause I guess I guess the Netflix just wanted me to see this because I'm trying to. I got Us on my notes even though it's not Us, and I didn't even realize I clicked on Black Mirror because I was clicking on something else. I forgot the name when I was clicking on, but I ended up clicking on Black Mirror and not even know it. But anyway, he okay, that I already talked about the first part of the note, and I'm gonna look at the back part of it. I talked about that. I talked about that now that he don't the fact that those two done did that a couple of times or three, and now he's not interested in his wife. Now he's thinking about Carl all the time, and he's too tired. So I talked about that. So then after a point in time, because while he was doing that with the guy, his son came, he said his son came in and kicked the S out of him. That boy kicked him so bad, he kicked him straight up out of that game relationship. he mean, and so he told them he went to bed and tell Carl that his son interrupted them and kicked or whatever out of him. Now, after that, he goes into a room like a person is doing porn. They go into a room and hide on their laptop so they can't be seen. Now he's going in the room and close the door and playing the game with Carl, I guess, so his son can't come in and kick the crazy out of him again. But they ain't up there. I mean, eyes are back, look like zombies. There's no way in the world I would play a game like that because what if the house catch fire? What if burglar come in and shoot the house up? You don't know nothing. You wake up just to see yourself die or whatever. So, okay, looking at my notes. Even though Carr says it's not really cheating, it's like, it's just like watching, it's just like porn, like watching pornography, which is actually not. Pornography, yeah, you sitting there, you watching two other people, and then you get aroused that way, which is, porn never aroused me. I accidentally saw porn one time, it was so disgusting, because I did not know that was just, I cannot sit there and just watch people do those things to themselves. So, he said it was like porn and it was like cheating, so, like, the other guy, he didn't agree with that because to him it was not like porn. It was just like you were there, you were playing a game, it's you into the game and you feeling the whole thing. And so here's what I gave it a name. I gave this game, now this is where I start decoding the game, and I said that's what I call it. I call it a unique way for men to cheat on their wives. Now, you don't have to worry about getting caught or being caught by other people or being told. You just go in a room just like pornography and just go in a room, put that little button to your head and have all the sexual pleasures you want. Then you ain't got no time, you're too tired to be with your spouse. So to me, that's what just get to me. So that's how I decode this game here. It's just a unique way for people to use the game. Now, instead of sitting there playing game, you can sit there with the ocular, have sex with another person. Then I talked about that, the fact that he had no sex with his wife in weeks. So I talked about that. So the last part of my notes is, see if I get everything in there. Yeah, it's another. The second code I caught in it is this. You can't catch a disease, so you don't have to worry about catching diseases because each one you never have to leave your house. You never have to leave your house. You don't have to leave your state. You don't have to leave your country. You can sit there and have sex with anybody you want right there in your house. And even though it's right there in his house, his wife knows he's cheating because he doesn't desire her. So while that was going on, I look at all my notes. So in conclusion of it, she went to like a club, and she didn't go to the club. She was waiting for the anniversary, and I guess he had to get that time in the car before he get to her, because he got to her real late, like 11, I guess, or whatever time it was. But anyway, she's sitting at the bar, and this other man came up, hit on her and whatever. He seemed to be a really nice guy. So, she turned it down, like she said, they're in a relationship, and you just do not deal with the other person. So, when he comes up, she's like, okay, they went to sit down and eat their dinner, and that when she got into the conversation with him about is he cheating? Do he have somebody else? Because he no longer desires her, and she said he don't hit her on, he don't pop on the butt when he walk no more. She said he don't like her breasts and he don't like her body, because she said she know her body changed after the baby. He's like, no, that's not it. And so he just insisting that he's not cheating, but he's cheating. Carl don't see the cheating, but I guess Carl, I don't know. But couldn't find a Carl done find many different ways to be with men, as he talks about in the movie. But there's nothing better than this game called Striking Vipers. Striking Vipers, which basically has nothing to do with the game, because the introduction to this movie right here has nothing whatsoever to do with the movie. So you're looking at it, then you go into it. It's like 3 levels. You go through them, then you see this. I'm like, okay. This has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the introduction to the movie and this itself. Absolutely nothing. But this is I guess that's code for tricking people into watching a movie that they otherwise would not watch. But I watched it to see what codes are hidden in it. And so I mentioned the 2 codes. The one is it's a unique way to cheat on your wife. You don't have to worry about catching any diseases. Another one, you can have sex with anybody you want. You don't have to leave your house, your town, your state, your country, continent. You don't have to leave nowhere and just be right there having a relation with your wife. You don't have to worry about getting caught or nothing. But the experience it's to the point where you give all your energy away to another person and don't have nothing for your wife. So all your energy goes into the computer. So who else is eating off that energy besides them two? Those two are drained. But the game itself, because see, it's a computer thing. People are putting themselves into computers, and the computers seems to be enjoying all the lust. So that was 3. So in the very end, but before the end, when he decided that he was not, he wanted to make sure that he wasn't gay. So while they was back in the game, after he decided that he was gonna stop all of that, and pay attention to his wife, he told him to meet him while they was in the game and whatever. He didn't want. He said no. He didn't want to do it. That. He said meet him in the alley. So those two met up in the alley and pouring down rain. And he wanted him to. The married guy wanted Carl to kiss him to see if he was really gay or if that was real and all of that. So they go through those thing like that. So he told Carl to just do it. So Carl kissed him, and Carl said, "No, I didn't feel anything." And he said, and he like, I don't know who said it first. No, the married guy said, "Nah, I didn't feel anything." Then Carl said, "Me either." Then they look at each other. They know each other were lying. So they get in this conversation or whatever. Him and Carl get into the biggest fight. They throw down, drag out, beat the crap out of each other in the rain fighting. The police come up and arrested both of them. Now, she gets the call that he's at the precinct. So she goes down and bond her husband out of jail. And after that, I guess a year later, I guess probably 7 months, I think the baby looked like it was about 2, 3 months old or whatever. But anyway, it's at another birthday party, his birthday party. This time, Carl is not at the party. He seems to be happy or whatever. And before the party, when they came back, they showed that she was pregnant. Him and Tyler was in the yard playing, and whatever. And then he would sit down and just look like he was tired, because she could tell that he missed that guy. Remember, before that, they went to jail. She got him out of jail. Then when she got him out of jail, she said, "I knew you two were mad at each other at dinner." She said, "But what is going on?" So she just got to the point where they tell him what's going on. So his mouth just opened to tell her, but it didn't come out to tell her. And then it was a year later, his birthday, and then she had a little baby, and she gave him his birthday present. She gave him a little tiny birthday present, and then she gave him another little bigger box. When he opened it, it had the striking Viper chip in that you put into the game controller. You put it in the game controller. And then she gave him another box, and the other box was another pair of oculars, the little things you put on the head. I said, okay. She gave him that and she walked away. Then what he does, he goes home, sit down, and have crazy mass love sex with Carl through the gaming. And what does she do? Goes back to the club and met this man. So, the thing about it is, if a man love another man, ain't no need to stay there and fight it, scream all it. Move on. So that's what she did. She had her baby. She gave him the thing or whatever. Basically gave him Carl. while she go on and meet this man in the club, and so she going into the club and the man sitting there looking. So I guess that how it ended. Well, I guess how it's supposed to end, but because people love who they love, and if they don't love you, they don't love you. Being it a man, a woman or man, because it's not about gay or straight. It's about gender. Um, yeah, it's about gender. If a man is more feminine than a female, and the female is feminine, then it's two females in the house. It's not gonna work because his wife wanted a man. She wanted the masculine part of him, but it was his feminine part that was more so into that marriage than she was. And so Carl, the he more feminine. He's male. He has more feminine qualities. Therefore, his more feminine quality kind of matches up with Carl's, I guess, more masculine, because Carl is, I don't know. I guess she was more masculine, even though I don't think I know if a man's more masculine and a woman is, if a man's more female, feminine, and a woman is feminine, it's two women. Unless they're gay, if they're straight, it's not gonna work. And then if a man is more masculine and the female is more masculine, it's like two men. And if they're straight, it's not gonna work. One gonna leave, and that's what she did. She wanted a masculine man. So what did she do? Gave him the striking viper game and the oculars, which is code for Carl. She gave him Carl, the more feminine man, to his masculine, and she went on. Her feminine, more masculine, went out and found her, I guess, a masculine man, a straight masculine man, which in their femininity and their masculinity is balanced. So she may not be more feminine than he is. Her feminine and masculine is balanced, and the guy she went to meet, his feminine and masculine is balanced. So those two will match. It won't be a thing because they're balanced. The other two, Carl is more feminine, and the other guy, I don't know what he is, really, because even though he seems to be more masculine, because he's a great provider, he takes care of his family, he works hard, and he does really good. So that's masculine quality. So it just didn't match. But I don't know if it was so much of his masculine and feminine qualities that was, I think those two just liked each other forever, and they were fighting it. So she just went off and found somebody she was balanced with. Carl, he just, according to what he say in the movie, he done went every different kind of way on. He done had dolls, he done had weird, all kind of weird sex with men. You know, they try to satisfy his fantasy. He ain't find nothing better than that. So I still don't get the other guy, because he just seems more laid back with his personality. But I mean, listening to Shira, he have to be more masculine, but he's attracted to a more feminine man. Cause they're attracted, and then Carl, who's more feminine, he's attracted to the masculinity in the other guy, so they're attracted to each other. So she just needed somebody that was attracted to her, and she's attracted to the other guy. He came to her, he came on to her. She liked that, so she left. Basically, sometimes you're just not compatible, and you have to leave. Everybody have to make that choice. But anyway, that's it for this video. Basically, what I got from it was the three things. It's a video. Basically, you can cheat on your mate without getting caught because you're sitting down playing games. You never have to leave your house. You don't gotta worry about catching no diseases, and you can just sit in your house and do whatever you want. So that's the message that I see from this video. People will find a way to do what they want, and the AI is making sure, with your artificial intelligence, is making sure that everybody become robots. You laying on your chair with your eyes in the back of your head like you a dead zombie having sex. Anyway, I rather human. If I had to do anything, not a game. It's not like it's. I don't know. I guess to each his own. That is not my forte. But to each his own. We all here. Our own path here. We all have to live our own life our way. There's no right or wrong about it. But that's it for the video, and I will be back with another. I will see you on the next Black Pixie Life video. Bye.